It begins with a single step, a choice made not from desire but from necessity. We see the images on our screens, a blur of faces, dusty roads, and we hear the numbers, vast and impersonal. But behind every statistic is a human heart, beating with the same hopes and fears. These are the people who have been forced to flee, the entire architecture of their lives. They are mothers, fathers, engineers, farmers who carry the weight of their pasts in small, worn-out bags, their eyes fixed on an uncertain horizon, searching not for charity, but for a chance to simply be human again, to work, to build, and to dream. The word refugee has become heavy, freighted with political tension and media narratives that often obscure the individual. It can evoke images of dependency or crisis, a problem to be managed rather than a potential to be unlocked. Yet this perception misses the fundamental truth of their journey. To survive the harrowing ordeal of displacement is an act of profound resilience. It requires courage, adaptability, and an extraordinary capacity for problem solving in the face of unimaginable chaos. These are not the traits of victims. They are the hallmarks of survivors. And more than that, they are the foundational skills of innovators and entrepreneurs waiting for fertile ground to plant their roots. We must make an effort to look past the label and see the person. This is not just a moral appeal, it is a practical one. In camps, resettlement communities around the world, there are doctors who can no longer practice, teachers who have no classrooms, and artisans whose skilled hands are idle. Their talents have not vanished, they have merely been displaced. The loss is not only theirs, but ours as well. We are overlooking a vast reservoir of human capital, a wealth of experience and perspective that could enrich our own communities, spark new industries, and help solve some of our most pressing challenges, if we only had the wisdom to see it. When we frame the arrival of displaced people as a burden, we create policies and attitudes that foster dependency. We build walls, both literal and bureaucratic, that prevent them from contributing. But if we shift our perspective, if we choose to see them as partners in progress, we can begin to build bridges instead. We can create pathways for them to reintegrate their skills, share their knowledge, and participate fully in the economic and social life of their new homes. This journey does not have to end in a state of perpetual waiting. It can be the beginning of a new, mutually beneficial chapter for everyone. Meet Omar. In his home city of Aleppo, he was not a refugee. He was the proud owner of a thriving textile business. War took everything. The factory was reduced to rubble, ending in a small, unfamiliar town in a country whose language he did not speak. The local community center offered language classes. It was there he met a local tailor who was struggling to find quality, affordable fabric. A spark ignited in Omar's mind. Using a borrowed computer and a translation app, he began sending emails. He spent weeks navigating international shipping and import taxes from a tiny, shared apartment. His first success was small, a single bolt of high-quality linen. Word spread. Did you know? Refugees have launched thousands of startups. A landmark study by the Tent Partnership for Refugees found that integrating refugees into the workforce leads to significant economic gains. In the United States, refugees contribute billions more in taxes than they receive in benefits over a 20-year period. Refugees often exhibit higher rates of entrepreneurship. Immigrants, including refugees, are more likely to start businesses. They help fill labor shortages in healthcare, agriculture, technology, and construction. Evidence from Germany shows refugees helped mitigate a shrinking workforce, while research finds no link between arrivals and higher violent crime. The zero-sum myth says jobs are fixed. In reality, newcomers create demand and jobs. As we saw with Omar, a refugee entrepreneur can become a job creator for locals and other refugees alike. The challenge is not the refugees themselves, but the barriers we erect. Remove the barriers, language, credentials, capital, and potential unlocks. To move forward, we must confront myths with facts, and with human stories that build bridges of empathy. Imagine a future where our response to displacement is not defined by crisis management, but by a proactive strategy of mutual growth. Picture cities where a newly arrived engineer brings a fresh perspective to complex problems. Imagine rural towns revitalized by families introducing resilient, sustainable farming. Camps transformed into innovation hubs, education, vocational training, and digital connectivity standard. Global skill passports, public-private hiring, and tech, language learning, telemedicine, and finance break down barriers. When we invest in opportunity, we build a resilient, dynamic, and prosperous community for all. We stand at a crossroads where we can adjust our focus. We can choose to see the reality of their resilience, the depth of their skills, and the boundless potential that waits to be unleashed. Next time you hear the word refugee, don't see a victim. See a mind waiting to create, a story waiting to inspire, a future waiting to happen.